The Rivers Truce, peace at gunpoint or political masterstroke. President Tinubu's new peace plan for Rivers State has a hidden clause that changes everything for 2027. We've gone inside a closed-door meeting to find out why the seat of power in Port Harcourt just moved to Abuja. Today we are looking at Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation, and lately the battlefield of a fiercest political war. For months, we have watched the state tearing into the edge. We saw the 6-month emergency rule declared by President Tinubu in March 2025. We saw the governor suspended. We saw the legislative complex in ruin. Now we are told there is peace. But the question we must ask today is, at what cost? President Bola Tinubu, just moments before jetting off to Turkey on January 26, pulled the brakes on the crisis that threatened to swallow the party's chances in 2027. He has broken a new deal between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his estranged godfather Nyesom Wike. On the surface, it looks like a settlement, but when you look at the fine print, it looks a lot more like a surrender. Let's look at the facts. Sources tell us the president was blunt, he was displeased, and his directive was clear. Impeachment stops now. Governor Fubara keeps his seat. That is the carrot. But here is the stick, and it is a heavy one. The president has reportedly declared that Nyesom Wike, a man who is technically still in the opposition PDP while serving as a minister in an APC government, is the undisputed political leader of Rivers State. Not just of the PDP, but of the APC structure as well. Think about the implication of that. The elected governor, the man with the constitutional mandate, has been told to defer to an appointee on all party matters. In the game of power, Fubara retains the office, or Wike retains the authority. The president didn't stop at titles. He got into the weeds of electoral maths. We have by-election coming up on February 21st for the Ahoada East 2 and Khana constituency 2. These are not just empty seats. They are the first real test of this new peace. The president directive, Wike gets to pick the candidates. The APC structure must recognize his loyalists. The message to Fubara is stark. You may govern the state, but you do not control the machine that got you there. And what about 2027? What about Fubara's second term? We are told the president shut the conversation down. Premature, he called it. But in politics, silence is often an answer. By kicking the can down the road, the president keeps Fubara on a leash, compliant, hopeful, and dependent on good behavior. So, where does this leave us? President Tinubu is playing high-stakes game of 3D chess. He knows Rivers State is critical for his re-election in 2027. He cannot afford a chaotic state, but he also cannot afford to lose Nyesom Wike, a political juggernaut who delivers the numbers. Well, this peace deal is a classic case of Realpolitik. It prioritizes stability over sentiment. It sacrifices the traditional independence of a governor to preserve the hierarchy of a political godfather. It may stop the impeachment today, it may keep the peace, but by stripping a sitting governor of his political teeth while leaving him in office, are we solving the crisis, or are we simply postponing the explosion? For now, the guns are silent in Port Harcourt, but in politics, peace without power is just a ceasefire waiting to be broken. I rest my case on this one. Do well to join me in the next episode of the analysis. Thank you for staying with us. Stay blessed.